What's going on, guys? Victor here, and in today's video we're doing something actually really different, really stinky, really dirty, but it's gonna get fish fired up and I'm very excited to try it. In this bucket right here I have just a bunch of old shark bait, old pilchards, some old glass minnows we refroze after yellowtailing. I have a big deep freezer that I use for my shark fishing bait, for my bait. And after the hurricane came and everything, we had some issues where our bait got thawed out and we refroze it and stuff. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a deep freezer just cleaning. I'm getting rid of all that stuff in my freezer. This is just the bottom of the freezer. I got plenty more nasty stuff in that cooler. And what we're gonna do is, Brooke is behind the camera. We just pulled over here. It is a beautiful day in sunny South Florida. And we're out here in a Fort Lauderdale reef. We anchored up real shallow. And we're just gonna dump all this stuff over the side. We're gonna wait a little bit to get in the water, and me and Brooke are just really curious to see what will come. We know fish are gonna come, possibly some sharks, possibly some hog snapper. We got the pulse spears loaded, we got everything ready to go. It's gonna be a great time, a just cinematic viewing experience, so enjoy. All right guys, so let's go ahead and see what is in this cooler, in this big old trash bag. I honestly don't even know half the stuff that's gonna be in here. You already saw that big AJ head, and we just got bags and bags full of stuff. So we have some vacuum sealed dogs that God knows how long these have been in there. Look at how freezer burnt these things are.
They've also been frozen and defrosted,
yes,
and refrozen.
And that's one of the reasons we're getting rid of all this stuff, is because it has been frozen, refrozen, and it's just not good. It's gonna be real mushy. Ooh, you know what this is? Some big fat sardines. Oh, the fish are gonna like these. Some big sardines, probably from a Jupiter trip. You know those commercial kingfish and bonito trips you guys like so much? This is the sardines that we fish. These are these big bad boys. These are the real meat missiles in town. About this is, you know, a lot of people say that fishing can be very wasteful, but you look at it, look, all this stuff is coming full circle. I guarantee you all of this stuff will be gone within an hour of being down there. There's so many fish on the reef. They're all hungry, and they're all gonna get in on this action. I don't even know what that is. A kingfish head, carcass, a Albacore jack. Actually, this is from a recent trip. This is the carcass, see? We don't waste anything, guys. We don't throw it in the trash. We bring it back out here in the ocean where it belongs. Feed our friend. Who knows what that is? Haha, there's your boy. This is gonna be bloodlines. Yep. Some more big sardines, some fat sardines right there. Oh my gosh, look at all this. This is all of the antennas and legs from the lobster bisque that I made that one day. I saved it all. The things like the thread fins and the sardines and the gogs we're gonna cut up so that way the fish actually have a chance to eat it and we can make our chum go a longer ways as well. There's so many fish.
Really?
There's yellowtails, mangroves, chubs, triggerfish, everything.
Don't get eaten.
Welcome to the underwater voiceover, guys. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. It was a beautiful day, honestly, and I'm just gonna narrate for you guys a little bit of each scene of what happened. So you guys see these fish right here. These are Yellowtail Snapper, for those of you who don't know. And these are actually really common on the reef. But one of the coolest things I saw on my dive were these eels. You guys see this one eel on the screen, and you're about to see another one come in and try to just steal the food from him. And he actually latched onto his face. And these guys are just squirmy and crazy, extremely territorial. They like to live inside the rocks, and they kind of ambush their prey. And you guys see they're full on going at it, just WWE, just mauling each other. And like I said, these guys are territorial. You see this spotted one actually comes over and says, "No way, man, that's my food." So Brooke was actually handing me stuff from the boat as I was in the water, and she would constantly just throw me bait because she was waiting until I saw more fish come up until she got in the water. But she just tossed me the carcass of a jack, and I'm just kind of setting things down where I think fish would eat it the most and kind of just shredding it up with my hands. In that top corner, you guys see a mutton snapper, that one with the black spot. Those are actually really common on the reef as well. Really, really pretty fish. And then probably, it's funny to say the king of the reef, but he is. This is a nurse shark. They're pretty harmless when it comes to humans, but you guys will see I actually had one full charge me later in the video. Here are some more eels just going at it. This one actually scared the other one off. The same two eels, they just would not stop bothering each other. They just were just mad. And these were actually two bigger eels. These are not the same two it looked like, but there was probably 6 or 7 eels I saw total that day just in this vicinity. And look at them eat. They got really strong, powerful jaws, and they just chomp down on things. And you guys will see a lot of these in the video. Those fish you just saw on the screen, these are chubs. Very, very stupid in terms of how close they let you get to them. They're not very afraid of humans. And then there are some mangrove snapper on bottom here. And we actually ended up killing the mangrove snapper later in this video, fishing-wise. And I have this just chum bag hanging over the side of the boat full of sardines, and I would come back and forth to it and just grab some from time to time and just cut them up. And you guys see these crazy little fish going up and down just a million miles per hour. These are also known as false albacore, albies for everyone in the Northeast, and we call them bonito down here. And that was honestly my favorite part of the dive, because just seeing these crazy little explosive bullets underwater was just unreal. And this is what I'm talking about. Look at this, guys. This was an aggressive nurse shark. That's the risk you take. You know, chances are he's not going to bite you, but they can do some damage. You know, they latch onto you. They have very powerful jaws, and when they latch onto something, they tend to not let go. Not very sharp teeth, but you know, he was kind of saying, back off. This is my reef. This is my food, and that's the risk you take anytime you get in the water. Some more chubs. These things are just they're pretty fish, but they're pretty stupid. They let you get too close to them. And towards the end of the dive, I went back in the boat and I just grabbed a bucket full of the rest of the chum and just dumped it in. And there's just a bunch of glass minnows and silver sides I'm just throwing in to really get the fish fired up. And this is what the bonitas were going crazy after. You guys see them racing in and out of the screen. Those are the bonitas. These were so much fun to swim with. Just, you know, you always wonder what fish are going to be like underwater. And it's exactly what I thought. These things just do not slow down. They don't stop. They're always going a million miles per hour. So you guys see me, these are sardines in my hand, and I'm just tossing them up or crushing them up into smaller pieces so the fish can get them. And the bonitas, they're kind of bullies in terms of they would just steal everything from everyone else. They definitely made their presence known. Tell me if the bonito are following it. The bonito? What is it? Right? Alright guys, I got out of the water. Brooke's still in the water. Say hi. And we have all these fish fired up, and there's so many big mangroves down there, so I'm going to toss a chunk back and see if I can't get one myself. I got the best GPS there is. I got someone in the water telling me exactly where to cast. Let's throw some chunks in, get them fired up. Oh, I got one. Got a yellowtail. Oh. Same spot. Oh yeah. Mangrove! Keeper mangrove eating our chum. The big ones? I got something. I don't think it's the big one.
Yeah, there's a big mutton, Vic.
A big mutton?
Yeah, tiger fish.
Oh, it came off. Well, our dive trip was a success, guys. That was so much fun. There was so much just life and stuff in the water. And look at all this. We have so much commotion going on. There's snapper everywhere, triggerfish, ballyhoo. We saw sharks. Me and Brooke saw like a 300-pound bull shark in the corner of our eye too. I had that little nurse shark scare the crap out of me. It went straight vertical. And those guys are not very intimidating, but you still don't want to get bit by one. I saw eels eating each other's faces off. When you put bait and chum in the water, things just go crazy. It's like, it's literally the wild kingdom underwater and everything's just aggressive. So me and Brooke, our original plan was to just mess around and do this, and we brought Chum to actually snapper fish deeper because we're only in 10 feet. But we saw so many quality big mangrove snapper, mutton snapper, big Ceros, bonitos. So we just decided to stick the chum bag right down there. There's a bunch of ballyhoo. We're probably gonna net some ballyhoo, and we're just gonna fish right here. We're gonna see if we can get those big muttons and mangroves. Right, babe?
Right.
So let's get to it. Brooke, did you have fun?
Oh yeah, it was probably the best day of snapper fishing I've ever had. It was absolutely incredible.
And the fact that we got him in 10 feet of water, and we've dove that reef so many times. Not as much me as her, but you've dove it your whole life, haven't you?
Ever since I've grown up and being able to actually swim and dive, I've dove that reef, and I've never seen it so alive ever. It was absolutely amazing.
The chumming really worked. We saw eels, sharks, snapper. The whole reef came alive, and we caught some really quality snapper in such shallow water, which is generally unheard of. And in December, in the middle of Florida, not in the Keys, not in the Bahamas, anything, just out here in Fort Lauderdale. And we have 10 snapper right here. I'm about to fillet these up, but this is gonna be the ending of the dive video you guys just watched. Now, if you guys wanna see more of the fishing and the cooking and the cleaning and that part, stay tuned. I'm gonna be uploading a second video, a continuation of this video. It's gonna be epic. If you guys like this video, please make sure to give me a thumbs up. Make sure to leave a comment below, and I'll be seeing all you guys, my land sharks, in that next video. And I gotta speak up because that plane's coming over Brooke's house because she lives next to an airport. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Do you feel the vibe?